Boom, baby, we're live. What up, what up? It's me, MLT. Welcome to Interview with the Man, episode 868, where we are going to be talking about some good news, okay? I know everybody likes to be oh, ho, hum. Oh, modern women. Oh, modern times. What are we going to do? It's just death and darkness and despair. But I have a great story for you today. We're going to be breaking down a clip of a surgeon female who's 40 years old who is making $280,000 a year, and she's calling into a content creator named Dave Ramsey. He's a finance guy, getting relationship advice because her actor Chad boyfriend doesn't want to get a job. She doesn't want to get rid of him. And you might be thinking, wait, I don't get it. I thought everybody on, internet saying like, oh, women have zero tolerance and you make one mistake and they next you and it's on to the next one. It's like, well, if you're the average guy with not that much to offer, then yeah, that might be your fate. But here, this is good news. I'm here to spread positivity and cheer, showing the power of game, because that is exactly what this actor Chad is doing. We're going to cover this and so much more, so don't you dare turn that dial, and we're going to get going right now.
Mission established.
Make money, make muscles, learn game, hold frame. It starts with learning dating, and then you move on to something else to push humanity forward. That is the philosophy of modern life dating.
I am teaching you how to be strong. I am teaching you how to be powerful. So when bad things happen to you, you don't quit.
Okay, because you don't know.
How?
Because you don't know.
No, if I'm not going to explain to myself.
In normal conversation where people aren't sitting around and patronizing you because you're loud and obnoxious, and a lot of people don't want to confront you and tell you that. But I'll tell you that right now, young lady. You're very loud and obnoxious and you're rude.
You wanted to blow it up and make me seem like something I'm not, and I didn't appreciate that. But that's okay.
Did
you
you
can
watch my
do
channel?
what you want to do for your content.
Oh boy, somebody's triggered.
And
She's
you can do
triggered.
that. No, Adam sent me a clip.
You should want a woman that you can build with.
She can build me a sandwich.
My man,
It's common sense in every other country in the world, but here you got to get out a Venn diagram and be like, hey, don't post half-naked photos of yourself because you're going to attract predators. All right. It's so funny, dude. That intro cracks me up every time Donovan says, "Oh boy, somebody's triggered," or clowning Natalia. Welcome, guys. It's good to see everybody. I had a week off, went to Cancun, Mexico, and also was getting things sorted out for the Masculine Empowerment Network. So all applications are in. So if you were one of the 70 people who put an application in, all right, you need to check your email to see if you were approved or not, okay? We have our first wave of people who booked their discovery calls with me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's too late, you can't get in. But for everybody else, if you have joined the school, you filled out the application, and you got the email, check your email, that's where you got to book the call with me. That's all I'm going to say for there. What is up, everybody? So listen, we got a good one going on tonight. This is so funny. So this was actually sent to me by a viewer. Before we get going, I think we have to do a quick little episode of comment review. That's right, comment review is where we're at here now. Let's go and check the last episode. I think the last episode I did was a free consultation Friday. Yes, 9 days ago. Little rusty, but you always get back in the swing of things. Okay, check it out. So, let's see. Mighty Zane says, looking forward to the future 9 a.m. show. Great start to the day. Awesome. Two Duck says, the champ is here. Looking forward to this. Daniel J says, let's effing go. Savage Panda says, I wanted to start the call with you viewing my school profile. Joseph Lewis 9, he says, this is regarding to one of the guys who call it overqualified, is a college graduate with 10 years of experience working at X or Y company, trying to apply for a cashier role at a BK or something. If they ghost you, you just don't have what it takes to be in the job. Kiddo, you can't be 19 and a job hopper, whatever the reasons. Very true. Employers will see this as a sign of frail consistency, uncommitment, and lack of planning on your end. They will think you will be leaving their jobs in some weeks. Nobody wants that. Very true. It's expensive to hire people and train them. Get your shit together. Let's say you want to go to school and trying to look for a job where you will be studying, whether it's at Walmart, BK, Planet. Show up there, apply in person, show the commitment. Have a manager look at your application. They can be very flexible if you tell them you have study plans, but you got to show up with commitment. Man up, you got this shit. Yeah, and that's for this guy here, Savage Panda. That's who the comments for. For Savage Panda, if you're watching, read that a couple times. This guy's giving you some good advice here. Okay. Boom Baby says Pro Special. The new next pod says Boom Baby as well. 500 Emmers later. The number one caller, definitely a job hopper with no skills or valuable experience. Yeah, well, he's young. He's figuring it out. Yeah. So that was it. Make sure to leave a comment on today's episode if you're watching, if you want to be featured on tomorrow's episode of Comment Review, the sub-episode within the episode. It's good to be back, boys. It's good to be back. Do we feel like we need to rush through things? I kind of want to take it slow. I want to talk about a couple things, It's good to be back. Cancun update will say, if you want to go travel, go to Cancun. Good place for picking up chicks. Very large international community there. A lot of attractive women. The local Mexican women are attractive too. You can go there, pick up, European chicks that are beautiful women from all around. Beautiful white girls, beautiful black girls. I'm typically, guys, let me shout out to my black bros real quick. I am typically never, ever, ever interested in black women, okay? It's just not my cup of tea. And I met this, beautiful diva of a black woman. I stayed at the Hilton inclusive, all-inclusive, and you can get, there's like a churro shop with ice cream that's open until 10, right? And I went in there 9 o'clock at night. And she was in there with 2 kids and her mother, so it was grandma, her, and the kids. And this black woman was beautiful. And she was so charming. She was talking to me and laughing at my dumb jokes. And I was just enchanted. And I typically never am. She just had a captivating aura about her. Met a beautiful white girl while I was out there. Obviously some good-looking Latinas. I even saw a cute Chinese girl, a little older. She looked like she was in her 40s, but she was hot too. So definitely A grade. Got to be careful though. There are a lot of scams in Mexico. Pay in cash, confirm the price beforehand. And typically if you catch a Mexican, if they're like, yeah, I said 80, and you're like, oh, actually you said 40. They're like, oh, okay, 40. Because they're just making it up as they go. Which I understand, man. There's not a lot of opportunity in Mexico, and they see Americans come down there. They're just people trying to survive, man. So if you put your foot down, don't tolerate it. Don't be a dickhead about it. Be like, hey, man, can we do a deal? As long as you're cool. Mexican people are pretty cool. They're pretty passive. They're pretty laid back. And then there's a place called Isla Mujeres. You can go out there. You take a boat out there. We did that, and then, dude, $45 and you could swim with dolphins. So I did it. I don't care about any fucking animal cruelty things. If you feel like that's cruelty to animals, well, fucking Heil Hitler. I guess I'm a fucking modern dictator, okay? I guess I'm a terrible guy. But I had a fucking blast. That was a warm memory in my heart. And the beaches on Isla Mujeres are gorgeous. You know, just all around good vibes. Just careful, you know. Careful not to get scammed. A lot of these places, they're looking for, like, to take advantage of foreigners. But other than that, man, blast, bro. Total blast. Totally recommend it. Quick plane ride from anywhere in America, too, really. Good times, good times. So, that's my little rant. I'm happy to be back with everybody. And this is the last week of night shows. Okay? That's right. This is the last week of night shows. So we're going to go to morning shows starting next week, Monday. Who knows? Maybe morning shows turn out to be a terrible idea. But I personally, you know, I like waking up super early. And I like, you know, I like to wake up at 5, if I were to be completely honest. I just feel like I get so much done. And when you wake up at 5 and when you drive to the gym, when you're doing everything, like there's nobody on the road, there's nobody in the way. And like by the time I'm coming home, you know, like I wake up at 5, take the pre-workout, check my body weight, you know, do the little gym pre-prepping stuff. And I'm out the door like 5:45, you know, you're in the gym about like, you know, 6 o'clock. And then you work out for like an hour and a half. You're done with your workout 7:30 in the morning. Go home, shower, eat your food, get your work done, good to go, right? So With the Vision agrees with me in the chat. He says, I'm usually up around 4. That's big boss. That's big boss, man. Big boss moves. But you know, the first 4 years of live streaming, we were live. We were live in the morning. So we're gonna go back to the morning. It's gonna switch things up, and I'm working on a lot of cool things behind the scenes, man. Things are going really good with the Masculine Empowerment Network, and I'm really excited. You know, I'm really excited. We got a good group of guys, and it's only been day 1 of the discovery calls. So if you have not booked your discovery call, check your email. Let's rock and roll, okay? So I have got a story for you guys. You know, it's Monday. I want to spread some good news.
My boyfriend doesn't.
Some good cheer, some good advice. And look, I'm going to show you guys the power of game, okay? Look, I got to tell you guys, okay? Game is so super powerful. So what is game? When you talk about game, game is the ability to be able to get into a relationship with a woman, understand female psychology, and understand how to make her tick and what makes her tick, and then how to, you know, engage in a way that's attractive to her so she's going to get more time with you because you're giving her good feelings. And as long as the good feelings are coming, you know, you're going to be able to escalate the relationship naturally, have sex and all that stuff. That's it. And, you know, one thing I've kind of like, as the years go on, I'm trying to like systemize and really come up with the most effective way to explain game. And if I could explain it, it's like this. Every woman has like the female algorithm in her head, right? Every woman. And every woman has it from ages 18 to 75, okay? Women are all the same in how they operate and how they behave, okay? And if you can know how to stimulate and control a woman's minds, like with the female algorithm, like understanding, like if I do this, this is gonna happen, and like, you know, women like gossip, women like drama, women like horoscope, women like magic, women think ghosts, you know, spirituality. Like women universally around the world, they all typically like the same thing. Like most women like Pilates, most women like yoga, right? Once you understand how the female mind works, it's a skill that never leaves with you. And the more you learn how to use this skill, the more you're properly trained with this skill, the better you get with it. okay? The better you get with it. And so that being said, what we have here is a big problem where guys don't understand game, and they don't understand how to do things. They don't understand how to communicate with women, how to, you know, how to lead her, how to guide her, how to stimulate. You got to learn, if you want to be a master player, you have to learn how to elicit feelings out of a woman by your behaviors, by your actions, by your appearance, by your words, okay? That is game. A lot of what's happening right now is a lot of guys, especially in America, because they see influencers doing it, they're leading with money, they're leading with status, they're leading with leverage, they're giving the girls money, giving them jobs. So if you're in this video with me, if you're in this music video with me, or I'll pay you this money, or, you know, anything but the real thing, which is how to stimulate, find a woman that likes you, and how to stimulate genuine burning desire out of that woman. That is true power. And in a world growing with simps, growing with beta males, growing with weak men who are leading with their wallet, leading with everything but who they are, if you don't lead with who you are, then you can't attract something genuine because you're not being genuine. And that's the problem. So that's the thing about game that's really powerful here, okay? So shout out to one of my newer guys, this guy, Juan Garcia, big pimpin', got the job, went out, tackled it, got the big old job, 70K salary, big money for you, bro. Shout out to you, man.
Get money!
I saw you booked a call today. We'll be getting one-on-one and hollering at you there. I'm excited, man. But yeah, so this is great. So here's the thing. Oh, he says it just started today, fitting real well. Good work, buddy. Very good. Proud of you. Proud of you. So I'm going to show you some stuff here, okay? So first, we're just going to listen to this. I'm going to give you no commentary, okay? We're just going to listen through, and then I just want to get some audience feedback, and then after we get some input, I'm going to give you my perspective. And then shout out to my lovely Mexican mama, Milagros. If you're watching, she is the one who sent in this clip to me. She sent it to me in the middle of the day today. And let's check this out because this is phenomenal. Big money's in the house. Anoop. Billy, make sure to send him the direct dono link if he's going to send $100. Just fuck with you, Anoop. But let's check this out. Here we go. Look at this. This is phenomenal, okay? So the title of this video is, let me make it look, how does this look here? This is good enough. Okay. So the title of this video is, I make $280,000. He doesn't work. Is this a deal breaker? So, because everybody likes to say the red pill, oh, God, women have the advantage and women are dominating over men. And it's true. The average woman is dominating over the average guy. But here's the upside of game. It's two parts. One, because so many guys are not practicing game, when you have game, you have an incredible advantage over the world for the rest of your life. Okay? That's number one. And then number two, the best part is, no matter your age, no matter anywhere you are on the planet, you have a skill set that you can go out and find a woman, and you're not socially awkward or retarded. And dude, guys are all-time, it's all-time highs with how bad guys are with women right now, okay? So that being said, this guy, okay, I'm not gonna say anything. Let's just watch it first. Okay? I'll just be quiet in the corner. I'll just here. Oh, actually, hold on. Hold on. I gotta come back on screen. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let's go. You guys are gonna love this. I love this.
My boyfriend doesn't want to work, and is that a deal breaker? I'm a 40-year-old surgeon in my first job. Last year, I made about $280,000. This year, I'm expected to make close to $500,000 in the second year of my work. My boyfriend of 1 year is an actor, and the entire time I've known him for about a year, he's had 2 days of work as an actor, and he made less than $23,000 last year, so he didn't qualify for the Actors Union health insurance. but we want to continue our relationship and keep moving forward and eventually get married and live together. But he says that because the house will be under my name as the main wage earner, he doesn't feel like he should pay for any part of the mortgage. He also can't. And I'm wondering if that's the deal breaker or if I should just suck it up and pay for the expenses because I can.
What do you think, Jenny? Is that attractive to you? Like, are you like, what a winner?
This is not how I had imagined being in a relationship.
I mean, you're smart.
Like.
You're a surgeon, Jenny. You're really smart, you know? It is interesting because usually, not always, but to a degree, people's intellect, you're attracted to other people's intellect, and you're a hard worker. Obviously, the schooling you had to go through was insane, and the amount of hours you have to put in and work, and to have somebody that doesn't give. And again, I'm not mad that he doesn't have a job as an actor every week, but at least he's like, hey, I'm still busting my butt, and I'm part-time here, I'm waiting tables here, and I'm trying to make this dream work. I'm not mad at the dream, but the fact that there's nothing in between that's happening, right, is like, that's, as a woman who works and all of it, like, that's not attractive to me for a man, a guy that has a level of initiative I find attractive. So I'm just curious if that's how you feel, or if you're great with it. And you might be great with it. But.
You're asking the question. She's not great with it. She's asking the question. The reason you're asking the question is you're not great with it.
Again, this is not how I had imagined being in a relationship with a man. I feel like me being the provider, because even though I can provide for myself, I thought a relationship or partnership would be a partnership where
I don't care if he makes as much money. I care that he doesn't work.
Or that again, and we live
If he wants to dig ditches, I don't care, as long as he's doing it all day, every day.
I've asked him how he can get by without working, and he says he has some residuals coming in from prior work that he's done as an actor, but clearly it's not enough because he didn't.
Clearly he sits on his butt. Regardless of why or how, he clearly is an unmotivated slug.
So, okay. All right, so let's break this. So now you heard it in full. So 30 seconds on the clock. Initial breakdown of the whole situation, man and woman. Chat. I just want to hear what you guys have to say. Just let it all out. Let's hear what you have to say, and then we'll go from there. I'm just curious because I got my perspective on this as well.
My boyfriend.
All right, let's see. What have we got? AI handler says, bro is winning. I mean, simple, right?
Get money!
In the words of TLC, no scrubs. Dr. B says, dude has serious game, and she doesn't have many options given her age, income, and status. You know, I agree with you to an extent, but I think what really is happening here, it's not so much that because women think they can do better, okay? That's the thing about modern women in general. They think they can do better, but 50% of them are single. So clearly they're not doing fucking better. They just think they can do better. And she doesn't have that many options given her age, income, status. It's more so she doesn't have any options of other guys. That's the biggest thing, because other guys can't do what this guy's doing. But we're gonna. That's a good breakdown, Dr. B. Zach says she is an old career woman and he has game. No money, but game. I guarantee this guy has money. He's just not. He's not shelling it out for her. Okay. I like the game, not the laziness from the man. Very good, astute observation. Man is not leading. The woman's river dried up quick. No. She is not dried up. Listen, bro. You gotta. Okay. That's a good point for me to, add to here, Juan. And here's the thing. She is not dried up. She wants this to work. That's why she's calling for help. That's why she's calling these shows and saying, what should I do? What's some advice? Sorry, I had some Chipotle before I came out here. It's just coming up now. You know, that's her. She is more invested in this than he is. She's the one calling. She's the one picking up the phone. She's the one invested. So all she's doing is further ensnaring herself mentally under this guy. Okay, I'm gonna reveal what I really think is happening, but I like everybody's perspective so far. With the vision says, I wouldn't like that dynamic as a man, though. That's true. You know, hey, listen, for me, I mean, we don't know how old this guy is, too. She didn't bring that up. This guy could be like 25, 26. And she's just kind of cover her ass, okay? He's probably cheating on her when she's working, potentially, you know. Keep in mind, she is a surgeon. Surgery training is hard and makes women in it masculine as fuck. She probably had that back on the call. That too, but I'm telling you, she was super invested on that call, bro. You can hear the vulnerability. We're gonna go back over it. Don't worry. Drifter says the champ is back. What's up? Appreciate you, bro. So there's a couple things. All right. So first of all, we're gonna talk about the whole picture here. He should be working. Here's the thing, but this woman. Okay. Here's what I think is happening. This guy is clearly doing something right with this woman. I would bet money that it's a combination that this guy is very good looking because he's an actor, right? Good looking men are rare in America, just like good looking women are rare in America. He's a good looking guy. He's got a little status. He's probably got some game. And if I were to be honest with you, he is probably dicking her down very well. Because women don't get caught up in that shit emotionally if you're not really, you know, throwing it down in the bedroom. He's got her here, first and foremost, with the game, and then the looks, the status, the body. And he's an actor, because he's got to be in good shape too, right? Let's be honest, he's not some fat idiot. And, yeah, he's got her by the balls, bro. Yeah, exactly. Dr. B says she's dickmatized. Exactly. G Money, yeah, that's another good thing. So I'm going to be pointing out some red flags. I'm going to be pointing out all the problems in this and all the the green flags, the red flags, and we're analyzing and labeling everything. G Money says, I would not like my woman calling in a public podcast, radio show, airing out the relationship problems. Yes, that is a cardinal sin on her end. No good. No good at all. She should definitely not be doing that. Because your relationship with your woman is private. So another thing is this, right? Because she's 40 and she is in a very masculine job. Remember, a woman being single is to a degree a red flag, especially after the age of 35. If a woman is single and she has had no guy in her life, you know, it's something's up. Milk is sour. Something's gone up. Okay. So when you neglect your self-development, man or woman, okay, you're not going to be able to attract the ideal whole partner that you want because you have not made yourself whole as well. When you neglect yourself in money, muscles, game, and frame, when you neglect yourself in your finances, your leadership ability, your ability to lead a date, your ability to lead a woman, your ability to seduce, facilitate a relationship, any part of these parts of your life that you leave as a deficit, you're not going to be able to get what you want without fully developing these parts of yourself. And what I mean is fully being able to attract the woman that you desire. Okay? You cannot be a bunch of unsolved problems, unsolved things, unfinished business within yourself and expect to attract a very, very high quality woman. Not saying that you need stuff to attract a woman, but I'm just saying like your personal life, like, you know, your self-esteem game, your money game, your fitness game, right? Very few people see things through and get things done, especially men, right? Well, just people in general, to be honest with you, okay? And if you want to get a quality mate, you have to be a quality mate. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about that. You have to level up. So she neglected developing part of her personality. This guy clearly neglected getting his money right, and now you're two neglected people in this relationship trying to make it work, okay? So let's do a little bit of a play-by-play here now, because I want to do a little bit of breakdown as I cover this in a lot more detail. Okay? So let's take a look here and listen. Okay, we're going to start over one more time.
My boyfriend doesn't want to work, and is that a deal breaker? I'm a 40-year-old surgeon in my first job. Last year I made about $280,000.
In my opinion, too, she sounds like an Asian woman. She sounds like she has like that West Coast, like Valley Girl tonality. I could be wrong, but that's just my perspective from what I'm hearing.
This year I'm expected to make close to $500,000 in the second year of my work. My boyfriend of 1 year is an actor, and the entire time I've known him for about a year, he's had 2 days of work as an actor, and he made less than $23,000 last year, so he didn't qualify for the Actors Union health insurance. But we want to continue our relationship.
So, a couple things. She's been dating him a year. She said he's worked 2 days out of those years. So that means she's put up with this for 365 days plus. And she's keeping count. And now, at this point, she is kind of, at her wit's end. Everybody has a limit, okay? Even women who are really, really into you. But this guy, he could drag this out for probably another year or so, I would say. Okay? And again, she's the one calling into the call show to get the advice. She's the one trying to, make this work. And then, excuse me. Another thing is, which says right here. Last year, so he didn't qualify for the Actors Union health insurance. But we want to continue our relationship and keep moving forward and eventually get married and live together. So eventually get married and live together. These are her plans for him. Here's another side of the coin, okay? She knows as a woman, I think kids are pretty much out the window because she's 40 and she just started being a surgeon. So having more kids is out the fucking window. But she knows that she wants to get married with this guy and live with him. She's still doing that. So another thing is this. Now, if you plan to be a bachelor into your 40s and stuff and just settle down around then, you could play the field with the whole age range of women, 18 to like 45, as long as you have game. Because they're good women. They're good-looking women who are 40 and 45 and in their 30s and stuff who take care of themselves. And I'm telling you, the greatest dividend you could pay yourself as a man is learning game, because there's just so much opportunity right now with cold approach in America, because everybody's online, everybody's like burying their heads in dating apps. But if you actually go out in the real world and you're a guy that's watching content like this, self-improvement content, leveling up content, right? You can absolutely go out there and mog the average guy in day-to-day conversation, day-to-day game, day-to-day social skills. Mog him. Totally mog him. Okay? Because the average guy just doesn't pay attention to stuff like this. He's just totally average, Cheshire says he's tricking her out. He is. He's flipped the script. This is what women typically do to guys, right? This guy has game, and he knows exactly what he's up to. He has totally flipped the script. And that's how I know this guy has game. I like also how he's like, well, I don't want to pay the mortgage because the mortgage is in your name and I don't feel like I should just be paying to pay off your house. Which, in my opinion, he's right. He's right. And then he could be like, well, you can just kick me out, babe. But I bet you it was her idea to move him in. It was her idea. She loves it because I'm telling you, this guy's playing her hard. So again, look, this is a surgeon. Now, here's the thing about smart women. When a smart woman really is emotionally, in love with you or emotionally connected to you, wanting you, man, I tell you what, they fall deeply in love. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Exactly what's happening right now. So let's continue here.
But he says that because the house will be under my name as the main wage earner, he doesn't feel like he should pay for any part of the mortgage. He also can't. And I'm wondering if that's a deal breaker or if I should just suck it up and pay for the expenses because I can.
What do you think, Jenny? Is that attractive to you? Like, are you like, what a winner?
This is not how I had imagined being in a relationship.
You're smart. You're a surgeon, Jenny. You're really smart, you know? It is interesting because usually, not always, but to a degree, people's intellect, you're attracted to other people's intellect, and you're a hard worker. Obviously, the schooling you had to go through was insane, and the amount of hours you have to put in and work, and to have somebody that doesn't give. And again, I'm not mad that he doesn't have a job as an actor every week, but at least he's like, hey, I'm so busting my.
So here's another thing. This is how you can tell when a woman is under the spell of another man. Okay, because look at this. Is this Dave Ramsey's daughter? She's cute. I like her. She's like, you know, some kind of girls I like. I like girls that are like kind of vanilla to a degree. She's pretty vanilla, you know. You guys like that? Like the vanilla kind of classy look? Sometimes I just like it. You know, it's really, because, you know, I'm a little wild child myself. So the vanilla really turns me on. Is that his daughter? I don't know. I think she's cute. But oh yeah, that is his daughter. She's beautiful, man. Let me just go look what she says here though, because she's like, here.
Jenny, is that attractive to you? Like, are you like, what a winner?
This is not how I had imagined being in a relationship.
You're smart. You're a surgeon, Jenny.
So that right there is the X factor. She's like, you're a surgeon, which it shows you, yes, she is smart. She makes more money than him, but she has the female algorithm in her mind. And this actor Chad guy knows how to pull the strings.
Get money!
He's pulling the strings and he's winning. I'm just breaking it down. I'm not here to say whether this is morally right or wrong. Personally, I think the guy's a bum. And a lot of guys that typically try to be actors are self-centered losers, quite frankly. You know, because they just think that, like, oh, I'm going to make it to Hollywood. Like, no, you got to go to a gay Diddy sex party to make it in Hollywood. So if you have gone to a gay Diddy sex party and you got a tape out there, maybe you will make it big. But if you haven't done that, you're not making it big in Hollywood. Sorry, pal. Hate to break it to you. Those days are over. But this guy's pulling all the right cards, man. This guy's pulling all the right cards, I got to say. And that's the power of game, gentlemen. Right? You see, a woman is a woman, guys. It doesn't matter if she's a fucking surgeon. And this is why I don't believe in female leadership for the presidency. Because a woman is a woman. And if a woman... What if there's like a president of the United States and then there's like some Chad fucking, you know, prime minister of Saudi Arabia or some shit. And he's like, oh, I'm going to fucking mac this bitch. And she's going to give me all the fucking nuclear codes. You know, we'd be screwed. We'd be screwed as a country. And that happens a lot. The fencing of females in power is also, like, there are male spies that go out and psychologically seduce females and get information from them as well. Don't even think that's not a thing, because there is a thing. Okay? So, that being said, somebody's fucking yelling at this lady's... What is this? This is a little extreme. She's a feminist bitch. I don't know about that. She says usually because she knows she wants a man that's smarter than her, but she doesn't want to, and she is enraged is that this guy's tricking the smart girl. Oh, that's a little extreme. I don't know about that. But let's just continue to get the lesson going here.
You're really smart, you know? It is interesting because usually, not always, but to a degree, people's intellect, you're attracted to other people's intellect, and you're a hard worker. Obviously, the schooling you had to go through was insane, and the amount of hours you have to put in and work, and to have somebody that doesn't give. And again, I'm not mad that he doesn't have a job as an actor every week, but at least he's like, hey, I'm so busting my butt and I'm part-time here, I'm waiting tables here, I'm trying to make this dream work. I'm not mad at the dream, but the fact that there's nothing in between that's happening, right, is like, that's, as a woman who works and all of it, like, that's not attractive to me for a man. A guy that has a level of initiative I find attractive. So I'm just curious if that's how you feel, or if you're...
And that's very red pill too, because she says a guy that has initiative. See, you don't need to be, and I'm really glad to be breaking this down from women perspective, because this is unscripted, this is clearly natural, and this is real good morsels of game. You see what the woman said, Dave Ramsey's daughter? I don't even know her name is, but she says that, you know, I want a guy with ambition, right? A lot of you guys think you need to, like, women just want the finished product. They just want the guy that's gonna fucking just have it all together from day one. And the reality is, like, no, if you're an ambitious guy and you find a good girl who knows you're ambitious and, you know, wants to be there with you on your journey, that's attractive enough, man. Just being ambitious, having a plan, wanting to do better, wanting to grow, wanting to learn, wanting to expand, that alone is very rare and very attractive to women, especially if it's sincere. Not if you're one of these try-hard fucking dorks that are like, oh, I'm going to try hard, I'm going to do this stuff, and then you talk this big game and you never level up. Women hate that the most, because then you trick them, okay? And I hate that the most too, because I hate people who are full of shit. So don't be like that. Okay. Let me see. What does CA? She says, wasn't there a white lady who was supposed to do something for the government, and then she got with some guy in an African tribe instead and messed up the whole operation? I know what you're talking about. I've heard of. I remember that. Yeah. Exactly. You know. No. Nope. In the kitchen you belong.
If you're great with it, and you might be great with it.
You're asking the question. She's not great with it. She's asking the question. The reason you're asking the question is you're not great with it.
Again, this is not how I had imagined being in a relationship with a man would be like, me being the provider, because even though I can provide for myself, I thought a relationship or partnership would be a partnership where
I don't care if he makes as much money. I care that he doesn't work.
Or that again, and we live
if he wants to dig ditches, I don't care, as long as he's doing it all day, every day.
I've asked him how he can get by without working, and he says he has some residuals coming in from prior work that he's done as an actor, but clearly it's not enough because he didn't.
Clearly he sits on his butt. Regardless of why or how, he clearly is an unmotivated slug.
So I love Dave Ramsey. I think he's a great content creator. I think he's a good man. I think he's doing really good work in this world. And yeah, he's right. The guy's a bum. But the thing is, the woman, see, this is a very clear and this is cut and dry logical conclusion you can come to. Okay? He's not doing what she wants her to do, but she has an ego. She sounds like she's from the West Coast based upon her accent. So she's probably with all those like vain ass people who are like, oh, what do you have? Who are you with? What do you look like? How much do you make? Just these vain, fucking empty-minded Californian shitheads. And she probably has her little boy toy, Mr. Hot fucking actor guy, and she's 40, you know. So those, you know, the collagen isn't there anymore. You know, things are starting to look like. It's not as perky and tight as it used to be, and she knows next year it's going to get worse because she's getting older every year. So she has that scarcity mindset, and he's probably got game, and he's doing it well. And that shows you guys, if you give a woman the good feelings that she cannot get anywhere, they will tolerate whatever, they will do whatever, they will rationalize whatever. Now, this won't last forever. The guy will eventually need to get his shit together because she will get fed up with this. But she's also, back is up against the wall. She's 40. You know, kids are pretty much out the window. Like, unless she does some miracle in vitro stuff. Yeah. That guy's a simp, dude. That's a pro-feminism show. No, it's not. That guy has game, bro. That guy has game, and he's running it hard on this woman. So, I gotta say, boys, it's quick and easy over here, but that's today's show. I just wanted to show you that a little morsel of some good, heartwarming news, the power of game, and so much more. If you want to get help with me and working with me one-on-one, go to modernlifedating.com. Check out the group coaching. The group coaching comes with a one-on-one onboarding call with me, group of us in a Telegram chat, maximizing money muscles game, but mainly in there we talk about money, getting women. We have 2 Zoom coaching calls every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, we'll be here tomorrow. We're going to finish out this week with the night shows. We're coming back for the morning shows next week. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.